Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Isbul Ansor. I will present about my framework of my research, the effectiveness of the implementation of blended learning for learning mathematics in statistics during the new normal pandemic. Okay, the first is chapter 1 is about preliminary. Okay, next. Okay, about the background, we know that we are in the COVID-19 pandemic now. It has an impact in various sectors, including education. Then we cannot learning in face-to-face come to school like before. So the students learn in home now with e-learning. But in the implementation of e-learning still have problems like bad internet connection, difficult in learning mathematics because learn in face-to-face commonly, and now the students cannot do that. And then we are in new normal pandemic now. Doing activities may be allowed with health protocol. So there are some schools like in Mojokerto, which is to learning by blended learning, learning which combine e-learning and face-to-face. But in the implementation of blended learning, some students in 12th grade, like my sister in Tulungagung, tell me that she still have difficulties in statistic learning. So I am interested to make a research about the effectiveness of the implementation of blended learning for mathematics learning in statistics during the new normal pandemic. Then formulation of the problems. The first is how is the effectiveness of blended learning for mathematics learning in statistics during the new normal pandemic? And the second, what are the problems of implementing blended learning for mathematics learning in statistics during the new normal pandemic? Okay, then is about the purpose. The first is to determine the effectiveness of blended learning in learning statistic material during the new normal pandemic. And the second, to find out what are the obstacle experienced in the application of blended learning for statistic material during the new normal pandemic. Then is about hypothesis. The first is hypothesis null. There is no effect of blended learning on student learning outcomes in statistical material during the new normal pandemic. And the second is about hypothesis alternative. There is an effect of blended learning on student learning outcomes in statistical material during the new normal pandemic. Okay, it's all from chapter 1, and now we are in chapter 2. It's about theoretical review. Okay, next. Okay, the theoretical review that I make. The first is about blended learning, and the second is about uh, statistic in 12th grade. In the next slide, and the first is about blended learning. Blended learning is learning methods which is the learning face-to-face combined with e-learning. Save with the definition blended learning by John Merrow in 2012. And then five case to implementing learning using blended learning by Karman 2005 is the first is live event, then self-paced learning, and the third is collaboration, and next is assessment, and the last is performance supports materials. Okay. Okay, the second is about statistics in 12th grade. We know that we learn statistics is important because it has benefit in various sectors such as health, economics, and other sectors are beneficial in relation to their processing and representing data. Okay, and then the abilities relate to understanding statistics are statistical reasoning skills relate to concept and graphical representation and the data interpretation. Then mathematics learning of statistic material in 12th grade contains the first is about processing and presenting data with a table or various diagram. Then determining the size of data concentration like uh, median, mode, and average. And last is about the data distribution, include rank, quartile, standard deviation, and variance. Okay, after chapter 2 about theoretical review, next is in chapter 3 about methods in my research. The first is about type of research. I use quantitative research with design of the study use static group comparison, which is carried out by comparing a treated group with an untreated group. So I have two groups. The first group, I give the experimental variable is about implementation of blended learning, and the second group is I don't give something like experimental variable. Okay, then about population and the sample of the data. The population in this study that I make were students of 12th grade in senior high school, one Rejotangan. It's a school that my sister learned in the 2020 or 2021 school year, which consisted of 7 classes. Then by using cluster sampling technique, where the group was taken in the form of 2 classes, namely the first is class 12 MIPA 1 is experimental group with totaling 30 students, and class 12 MIPA 2 is control group with totaling 30 students. Then is about data collection technique. I use the test method. The test instrument used will be tested first regarding its validity and reliability. Okay, then is about the test instruments. I make 15 questions with details of 8 multiple choice question, 4 true false question, and 3 Urian question. The question include statistic materials. The first is the size of the data centering on single or group data, and the second is the size of the data distribution on single or group data, and the third is presentation of the data in frequency distribution table and histograms. Okay, there is about validity to check instruments that I make. I ask to an expert as a validator and give an assessment with value between 1 until 5. Then calculate with icon validity index like this. Okay. Okay. Then is to check reliability of my instrument using the internal consistency technique with the Cronbach's alpha formula with IBM SPSS 20 software. So I use SPSS to check reliability. If the value is in the interval 0.6 until or to 1, then the instrument is said to be reliable. If it is less than 0.5, it is said to be unreliable. Okay, then it's about the data analysis. The data analysis technique that I use is the mean difference test of two sample because I use two class with the same students, so I call this same size, and I assume is to be homogeneous, and then the formula for t used is like this. Okay, okay. Then is steps to analyze the data. The first is determine the count with the formula before, and the second determine the significant level or alpha, and the third is determine the table by two-side test where the f is to n minus 2. So in the step 3 we can see the t table, and the fourth is determine the test criteria, namely if minus of t table less than or equals to t count, and t count is less than or equals plus t table, then hypothesis null is accepted. If not like this, hypothesis null is rejected, so we accepted hypothesis alternative. And 5, compare the table with the count and see the criteria. And the last, make a conclusion. The conclusion is hypothesis null is accepted or hypothesis alternative is accepted. Okay. Okay, it's all from me. I say thank you to see about my presentation, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.